You got this, mama. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be all about how I'm losing the baby weight. So I've had some of you guys ask me about this, and it's definitely been a journey for me. So I'm here to share with you my tips and what's been working for me. You guys know I love to bullet things. I like to have very specifics in my videos. So in this video, I have 5 top things I've been doing to help me hone in and keep motivated and actually see results. To give you a little bit of background, I did gain 30 pounds with my pregnancy. It was my first pregnancy, so I gained 30 pounds, and so far I've lost 26. So I'm really excited that I'm only 4 pounds off of my pre-pregnancy weight, but it's still a journey for me. I definitely still have a ways I want to go, so these are things that I'm going to be implementing and continuing with, as well as just my whole fitness journey. I'm planning on coming out with workout videos, workout clothing videos, at-home workouts, stuff like that, so that you guys can follow along and join the journey as well. If you're new to my channel and this is your first time here, then of course welcome. My name's Olivia. I do videos on mom stuff, beauty, fashion, lifestyle, home, kind of everything, you name it. But today's video is all about fitness and health and wellness. So another part of my kind of health journey with this is that I actually gained a lot of weight when we were trying to conceive. So when I went off birth control to try and get pregnant, I gained 10 pounds, it felt like overnight. But within a couple weeks, I just gained 10 pounds. I don't know if I was a little underweight to begin with or what necessarily that meant, but I did gain weight when I went off birth control. So like I said, I'm still on this journey. Even once I lose those 4 pounds, I still have a little bit that I want to go in order to get back to the way I was before all of this stuff started. And one of my tips in this video too is that numbers don't matter. It's not about what the scale says. I personally like to weigh myself and keep track of my weight just so that I have a visual. I'm a very visual person, but don't feel like you have to do that in order to get healthy or lose weight after the baby. That's not what it's all about. So I just have to preface this video with that. So keep that in mind as we're going through everything too. If I talk about numbers or weight, that's just because that's what I like to do so that I can monitor my progress. That's what works for me. So the very first thing that I've been doing to lose the baby weight, the first thing that started seeing results for me is cleaning up my diet. Now I will tell you, when I first got home from the hospital, I put out that video about my whole postpartum recovery and things like that. It took me a while to realize that I'm not pregnant anymore and I can't eat like I'm pregnant anymore. To give you guys a little additional background as well, I did not work out basically my whole pregnancy. I was put on restricted activity when I was 20 weeks pregnant from the time that I was 20 to 28 weeks. So I wasn't allowed to work out during that time, and then I never really picked it back up. So I'm very out of shape for my comfort level fitness wise. I was very into fitness, really into taking care of myself pre-pregnancy, and then I kind of lost it. I just didn't work out much. And when I came back from the hospital, I found myself snacking and eating as if I still had a human in me, as if I was still eating for 2, and I wasn't. And granted, if you're breastfeeding, you want to make sure you're eating a lot, which I am. You want to make sure you're eating a lot, getting the nutrition that you need, but I was recovering at the same time, so I wasn't active. I was sitting on the couch and I was eating cheese and crackers and brownies and pretty much anything that felt indulgent that made me feel better mentally or emotionally, I would indulge in. But what that did is it really slowed down my weight loss process, and then I kind of felt like I had to start from zero once I was about 5-6 weeks, which was totally fine. I would recommend doing the same. It's good to have that time to recover, but you want to be eating healthy. So I wish that during those first few weeks I would have eaten less cheese and crackers and chocolate. I was sitting at home eating Dove chocolates nonstop. I wish I would have eaten less cheese and crackers and chocolate and more fruits and vegetables, and I think that would have made the process much easier for me. So as soon as I cleaned up my diet, I started seeing results. My stomach started to go down, my body felt less bloated, I felt like I had more energy. I wish I would have done that from the very beginning. One of the things that I have my phone here, if you see me on my phone, it's because it helps keep me organized. One of the things that really helped clean up my diet for me was cutting down on carbs. Now I mentioned that I'm a snacker. I like to sit there and just kind of mindlessly munch, and I was eating a lot of chips. I was eating, like I said, cheese and crackers. I was eating peanut butter sandwiches and bagels and cream cheese. Oh my gosh, I had bagels and cream cheese every single morning. So once I was smarter with the carbs I ate, I started seeing results. You still want to eat carbs. Carbs are there to provide your body energy. Carbohydrates are meant to transfer into energy, but when you're eating kind of emptyless carbs, it just stores as fat. It does the opposite, especially if you're not working out and you're not active with them. So as soon as I kind of cut out the bagels and cream cheese, I cut out the peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Yes, I still have carbs here and there. I'm just smarter about where I'm getting those carbohydrates from. I'm not eating tons and tons of bread and chips while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. I also started to make sure to pay attention to my body and eat intuitively. I'm eating when I'm hungry, not just when I'm bored. And that's a big thing for me, and it's a big thing for a lot of people. It's easy to snack, it's easy to sit around, it's easy to crave something and then have a really big delicious meal and satisfy that craving. But once I started paying attention to when I was actually hungry versus when I was just bored, it made me realize I was eating a lot when I was bored and not always when I was hungry, and then I couldn't feel when I was hungry because I was basically always eating. So I kind of got in this recovery rut when I got home from the hospital, and I needed to be smarter with when I was eating and what I was eating. So for me, what I actually have to do when it comes to snacking, but whether it's, you know, chips or chocolate, I have to put it away and get it out of the house. We used to have a little bowl of Dove chocolates that we would keep out for visitors, and they could just pick like one or two here or there. I found myself eating them all the time, so I actually threw them all away, which seems wasteful, but in the long run, it's much better for my body. So I threw all the Dove chocolates away, I put the bowl away, we don't keep it on the counter anymore. Like, you have to make sacrifices and big cuts like that in order to change the lifestyle that you're living. So I did that. There's certain chips that I just can't have around me because I will eat a lot of them, like baked Lay's. I will eat the entire bag if I have them around me. So I don't buy them. I'm literally not allowed to buy them. My husband won't let me buy them. I don't buy them. So know what works for you, know what your kind of triggers are in that sense, and just completely cut them out if they're not healthy. The last thing I did to clean up my diet was I started using MyFitnessPal. It's an app that's totally free, and it allows you to track your calories and what you're eating. But aside from just calories, it also tracks like your protein intake, your vitamins, your fat levels, your carbs, your sugars, everything. So it will let you know, you can set your own targets, but it will let you know, like, hey, you're at 75% of your daily sugar for the day already. And I was hitting that at like noon. So it will tell you where you're at for the day and where you're at for your week, and you can keep track of what you're eating. For me, aside from just like keeping track of it, it holds me accountable. I may not even look back and see what I wrote. Like, I'm not looking back on the weeks. I'm not that stressed about the numbers. But if I know I have to enter it in, I'm less likely to eat that chocolate chip cookie because I have to look it up, I have to see what it has in it, and I have to like report it to somebody that I ate it. So rather than doing all that, I'll just skip it. So MyFitnessPal really holds me accountable. You can also enter in exercise that you're doing and things like that as well. So it's a great just overall like health tracking tool that I love to use. The second way I'm losing the baby weight is by getting active. So I talked in one of my recent videos about how it's so important to be active for your mental health and your moods, but also just for your body. So breaking a sweat is what's helping me lose the weight. Once I started working out, I really noticed a difference pick up very quickly. I am not somebody who just quickly lost weight from breastfeeding. You hear about that happening all the time. That did not happen to me. I actually just held on to weight. I was very stagnant even though I'm breastfeeding a ton. So I really needed to start working out and eating healthy in order to start losing the weight. I like to make sure I'm breaking a sweat so that I'm burning fat and I'm really getting the most out of my workouts. And one of the things that really helps me when I'm breaking a sweat is actually this sweatband I have. I'll have it linked down below. I just found it on Amazon, but I wrap it around my stomach and I wear that when I'm working out, and it makes me sweat so much more. This thing is amazing. When I come out of my workouts, I'm just like drenched in sweat. The band is drenched in sweat. I've got it running down me. I feel like it really makes a difference when it comes to losing that excess water weight, losing a little bit of extra fat, and just kind of like slimming down all over. I just basically am sweating more than I normally would. They're really affordable, but they do an amazing job. I wouldn't wear them if you're already pregnant because, you know, I don't have a human in me anymore. If you've got a little bun in the oven, I wouldn't wear it. I actually stopped wearing them when I was pregnant, but I did wear them when I worked out or went running or anything before I got pregnant, and now I'm back to wearing them when I work out afterwards. They're not like waist trimmers or waist trainers. It's a very comfortable, breathable material, but it basically just makes you sweat more, and I love it. My second tip with working out is to ease back into it. So I mentioned that those first few weeks, I really focused on my recovery. I didn't come home from the hospital and jump back into working out because that's not healthy for me, and in the long run, that's not healthy for my baby. So I came back, I took my time, I focused on my recovery, I focused on what I needed to do to get my body back to normal, and once I felt ready for it, then I started being active. And even then, I did did not jump into the workouts that I did prior to getting pregnant. You don't want to do that, especially for me since I didn't work out pregnant. My body is nowhere near as in shape as before. So I'm still slowly easing back into it. I slowly started doing cardio. I slowly started increasing my workouts. I'm slowly now adding weights in. That's something I really want to get better with because my body's just weak. I gave birth to a baby and it makes your body weak. So don't jump back into it the way you would if you weren't pregnant, because your body can't handle it, and you don't want to push yourself too much and have it end up giving you a negative result. I also make sure to mix up my workouts, so some days I will do like an incline treadmill, some days I'll run, some days I'll get outside and walk, some days I'll just do like squats and like body things like that, like body weights. Some days I'll lift like a very light weight, or we'll go for a little hike or go for a long walk on the beach, whatever it may be. I try and mix up my workouts to keep my body fresh and keep my system kind of shocked. If you do the same workout every single day, no matter how tough it is, if you do the same workout every single day, your body is going to get used to that workout and it's not going to realize that that's actually working out. It's going to think that that's part of your regular routine and you're not going to see results anymore. So mixing up your workouts is really important when you're trying to lose weight as well. Something I've really been enjoying lately is we just got a treadmill. Well, a few weeks ago we got a treadmill, so I like to use the treadmill in our garage. I do the incline walking a lot. It works my glutes, it works my quads, my hamstrings, like all of your legs. It works and tones pretty quickly. And then I'll actually keep some lighter weights on the treadmill, and while I'm walking on the treadmill I like to lift those lighter weights just to try and tone my arms a little bit. That's targeting two different areas as well, so it's just like an even more increased workout. By targeting multiple areas at once, I'm going to burn fat while also strength training at the same time. And then I've also started doing HIIT workouts on the treadmill. So I will run at a very, very, very fast speed for 60 seconds. I'll take a 30-second break and then I'll run for 60 more seconds. And I just kind of like jump off to the side of the treadmill. It's not the safest thing, so it takes a little bit of practice, but HIIT workouts are a great way for blasting fat and getting your heart rate going and kind of shocking your system like I was saying. So I make sure to mix it up a little bit, and then even if I'm using the treadmill every day, I try and get creative with how I'm using the treadmill too. Something I like to do is watch fitness YouTubers while I'm working out, so I'll prop my phone up and I'll watch like Buff Bunny or Nikki Blackett or Whitney Simmons is one of my favorites. Like any of those big fitness people really inspire me, even if it's not a workout video. Just putting it up and seeing their lifestyle makes me motivated, and it makes me want to keep going even when the workout gets tough. Speaking of that, my last tip when it comes to working out is to push yourself. So it is really easy to get in a very comfortable state when you're working out, and you can think like, oh, this is my 30 minutes on the treadmill, I got this, it's getting easier and easier every day, and that's good, but you want to push yourself a little bit too, because when you're pushing yourself and you're getting uncomfortable, that's when results are driven. So I will actually, I'm kind of OCD with this, it's very strange, let me know if you do the same thing, but I like need the numbers to be even at some point when I end my workout. So I either need to end it at like exactly 30 minutes or exactly 45 minutes, or I need to have burned exactly 300 calories. I don't know what it is, I just need it to be even. I can't stop at like 312 calories in 27 minutes. That would drive me crazy. So I need it to be even, and by doing that, I find myself pushing myself just like a few extra seconds each workout. Like if I'm at 325 calories, I will keep going until I get to 330. You know, like it's just a little boost that I need. Similarly, I will push myself further than I think I'm capable of. So if I start getting really tired at like 30 minutes, I'm like, I'm gonna go to 45. And when I get to 45, I realize it wasn't that bad and I was totally capable of it. Now, obviously, you don't want to push yourself to a point of exhaustion. You don't want to completely wear yourself out and be unhealthy about it, but try pushing yourself just a little bit further than you think you're capable of, because most likely you are able to do it, and that's what's going to give you the results you're looking for. So the third way that I'm losing the baby weight is by drinking lots and lots of water. I'm breastfeeding, so it is really important for me to drink a lot of water, but aside from that, it's just an overall healthy way. So going along with cleaning up your diet, and then because I'm working out and I'm sweating so much, I need to rehydrate. When you don't drink a lot of water, your body just stores whatever you're putting in there because you've got nothing flushing it out. So I really like to drink these like fruit infused waters. These things help me a ton. They're detoxifying, they have antioxidants because I've added some fruit in there. They really help flush out my system, but also just keep me hydrated, especially during summer when it's so hot. that is so important. Your body's recovering, you just went through a major trauma. Like, it's really important to be fueling your body properly, but also to hydrate and drink lots of water. You should be drinking lots of water anyways, but especially after you've given birth, or if you're breastfeeding, or you're working out, or living any kind of active, busy lifestyle, you need water that much more. A basic formula that I'll use to let me know how much water I need is that I take how many ounces of caffeine I've had a day, multiply it by 1.5, then I add it to half of my current body weight. And that's how many ounces you need to drink a day. But you should be adding an additional 8 ounces for every glass of wine you have, for every glass of coffee you have, every glass of tea you have. Anything that's not water, you should be drinking more water to make up for it in your system. So I try and live by that. Basically, I try and aim for like 90 to 100 ounces of water a day. I get these fruit infused bottles off Amazon. This is a 32 ounce one, so if I shoot for 3 of these a day, that's usually a good amount for me. Tip number 4 for how I'm losing the baby weight is to find your own personal motivation. So I mentioned that for me, tracking the scale and like seeing those numbers is really motivating for me. So I don't care what the number is, but seeing that it's going down a little bit shows me that I'm getting results, and it pushes me to want to keep doing it. I want to work out for my son, so he's my motivation. I want to work out so my clothes fit me again, so that's my motivation. Something I've been doing is trying on my old clothes from before I'm pregnant, and it makes me realize how I either still have a ways to go before they fit me, or I'll start to see that like, oh, they fit me better than last time, and then that's motivation for me. So anything you can do, find out what works for you, but find those little micro moments that will motivate you and inspire you to keep going. And when you're in that tough workout, or when you've got a cookie in front of you and you really want it, think back to that personal motivation, and that's what's going to push you through to live that healthy lifestyle. Living a healthy lifestyle and dieting and working out is really all about just getting into the groove of it. So the first bulk stage of it, that little hump to get over, is the worst part. And once you're in the groove, it's super easy, but it's just pushing through the first couple weeks to get into that healthy routine. Then my last tip, number 5, for losing the baby weight is to be patient. Go easy on yourself. This part is so important because celebrities and those people who lose a ton of baby weight right off the bat, that is not real. That's not realistic. We are human beings. We went through a big trauma. Our bodies are recovering from something, so be patient with yourself. I am 3 months postpartum right now, so I'm still 4 pounds away from my goal weight, ideally more than that. It's taken a while to get there, and I'm still being patient with myself. I know it will take even longer, so go easy on yourself. If you're not patient with yourself, it's easy to burn out, it's easy to lose hope, to lose focus, and then to slump back into those bad habits. Be patient, you got this, and you deserve some time to recover and ease back into that healthy lifestyle as well. Alright guys, so that's everything for this video on how I'm losing the baby weight. Like I said, go easy on yourself. You got one of these out of you, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. And remember, these tips are great for anybody, even if you're not a mom. These are all healthy things to be doing and incorporate into your lifestyle to be your best self, be your healthiest self, and get in shape if that's what you're looking to do. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know anything you're doing to lose the baby weight down in the comments below, and of course let me know anything you'd like to see too. I will be continuing to update you and let you know how this journey's going, how my fitness journey's going, making different videos on it. I'm planning some like at-home workouts and park workouts and, you know, workout clothing videos and things like that. Anything like that I can do, but of course if you have any requests, let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching. You got this, mama, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.